What's going on, guys? We're back with a brand new video. In today's video, we're continuing the AFL Redraft series with the 2009 AFL Redraft. Now, this draft was absolutely stacked with some of the best players currently in the AFL and in the AFL for the past 10 years. So it's very stacked. It's kind of like a super draft. But before we get into this video, thank you guys for 300 subscribers. Can't believe we finally hit it. We've just been growing so much, and if you want your question answered in my 300 subscriber Q&A, make sure to go a couple videos back, and I made a video that if you want your question answered, comment it in the comment section of that video, and I will answer the question in a couple days once I record the video. So without further ado, let's get into the AFL Redraft. So at number 10, I've gone with Brad Sheppard. Now, Brad Sheppard's been one of the most consistent defenders in the AFL for the past 10 years. He's made his name almost for more like a lockdown defender role, but he sadly got injured in the 2018 season and missed out on their flag in 2018, which was so sad because he was one of their best defenders that year and one of their best defenders for the past probably 10 years. But recently he's added a rebounding part of his game, which has seen him become an All-Australian defender in the 2020 season, which was great to see. So that's why I've got him at number 10. At number 9, I've gone with Jetta. Now, this man was originally pick 14 in the draft, and since then he has been one of the most best kicks in the AFL, and has up the reputation of being an absolute speedster, makes the great decisions. Has never been All-Australian in his career, but I'll have to say one of his best seasons was when he was at Sydney Swans in his second season of football, and he ended up kicking 45 goals as a small forward. We all know that now he got his reputation for being a half-backer, and that's pretty much what he has been for his whole career after that 2012 season. And in that 2012 season, ended up being part of that premiership that the Sydney Swans won. And then a few years later, he got traded to the West Coast Eagles for Callum Sinclair, and then he won the 2018 flag. So he finished his career this year with 2 flags to his name, which is a brilliant career by Jetta. Congratulations on the great career. Now at number 8, I've gone with Ben Stratton. Now, he's originally picked 46, and he might not have the accolades as some other blokes on this list have, but his value is so underrated. Was one of the most underrated defenders during the three-peat era of the Hawks, played in all 3 premierships, and was one of the most courageous players. The way he played, the way he just played for his team was absolutely crazy, and that's why he got given the captaincy after the great Hawthorn era was. He got given the captaincy, and I'm pretty sure the end of 2018, and until he retired this year in 2020. He had a great career, finished with 3 premierships to his name. No real individual accolades, but that's not how he played. He played for the team, not for himself. At number 7, I've gone with Ben Cunningham. Now, he's originally picked 5 in this draft and has been one of the most hard-of-the-footy midfielders you've seen through the past 10 years. He's known for his stiff arms, almost like Dustin Martin, but just not as impactful, of course. Has the ability to go forward and hit the scoreboard. Still playing this to today. Sadly, he was injured pretty much the whole of 2020, which is why I haven't heard this guy's name in a while. Has never been All-Australian, but was nominated in the 2019 season. Has won multiple BNFs, multiple runner-up BNFs, and has just been a great clubman, and you don't see this man leaving North Melbourne in the next part of his career. At number 6, I've gone with Daniel Talia. Now, he was originally picked 13, has been one of the most consistent defenders in the competition, being a best and fairest winner at the Crows, and also a 2-time All-Australian key defender, also being nominated 2 times in the key defender role. Was the NOB AFL Rising Star from this draft class, which is absolutely great to see from this man. And yeah, that's why I've gone with Daniel Talia, pick 13, and I don't see him leaving the Crows anytime soon and finishing his career as one of the most consistent defenders in the Crows' history. At number 5, I've gone with Mitch Duncan. Now, he's originally picked 28 in the draft. He's one of the most underrated players in the competition, as everyone lets me know in the comment section every time I don't mention this man in Geelong's players. Now, the reason he doesn't get mentioned so many times is because he's in such a stacked team. Like, he's probably like the 3rd or 4th best midfielder. If he was in any other team, he's probably almost their best midfielder. That's just how stacked the Geelong team is. but it does not underestimate his value. Who is anyone that was any scout in this draft would have loved to have a player that just consistently plays. He's already played 223 games in his career, barely misses a game. He's just an absolute star. He was also involved in the 2011 Premiership side, and he almost led his team to another Premiership. He was one of the main factors of them actually getting into the 2020 Grand Final. And you could see that this man could also help in the 2021 Grand Final, because they are primed to have another Grand Final appearance in 2021. At number 4, I've gone with Jack Gunston. Now, I feel like this man's almost another underrated player, because some people either really underrate this man or really are high on him, depending on who you talk to. But he's been an absolute great key forward for the past 10 years. His way that after Buddy Franklin left, him and Jared Roughhead absolutely led this team to another 2 flags. Everyone thought, you know, Buddy Franklin left, what can they do without him? Well, Jack Gunston stood up, even being the 2015 leading goal kicker for the Hawks in their premiership year, which is absolutely great to see. He's also been All-Australian once, which was 2018, and been nominated 3 times. So he's been an underrated key forward for the past few years. And he was all involved in all 3 flags, so he's been an absolutely great player for his club. At number 3, I've gone with Max Gawn. Now, he was originally picked 34, and since then, he's been one of the best ruckmen in the competition, being a 2-time Best and Fairest winner, a 3-time actually a 4-time All-Australian, because he also was an All-Australian in 2020, so a 4-time All-Australian, and AFL Coaches Association Player of the Year in 2018, leading his team to a finals berth in the 2018 season, and has been an absolute great ruckman. He's one of the tallest players in the AFL, standing at 208 centimetres, but moves around the ground with his great ability to just float around the ground, taking marks everywhere. Like, you kick it in the back line, takes a mark. The next minute he's on the end of it in the forward line. He's just so great. Such a great ruckman, and anyone will want him on your team. And number 2, I've gone with Nat Fyfe. He was originally picked 20, and if he was in any other draft, he'll be going number 1. But I have him going number 2. Everyone knows he's coming up next, but I'll talk about Nat Fyfe right now. He was a 2-time Brownlow medalist, a 3-time Best and Fairest winner, a 3-time All-Australian. He was a Players MVP. He's been the captain of the Fremantle Football Club from 2017 to currently. He's such a great leader. The only thing that really holds him back from being a better player is no final success. He's made 1 grand final in his career, of course, in the 2013 season, but since then hasn't done much in the finals, which is really sad to see, because I feel like this is holding him back from being a better player in the history of the AFL. Because if this man had a premiership to his name, he'd probably be one of the best players ever in the AFL, but not having the final success really holds him back. But individually, he's been an absolute great player, and you can see why people rate this man so highly. And I honestly didn't think he was going to win the 2019 season, because he missed, I think he ended up missing 3 or 4 games that season. He still won the Brownlow medal in 2019. He was so great. At number 1, no surprise, I've got Dustin Martin. Now, he's originally picked 3 in this draft, but he's been an absolute superstar. He took a few years to really develop into the player he is. Had his kind of like his breakout season, the 2016 season, and everyone knows in 2017 he won almost every award you can win, apart from the Coleman Medal, which was absolutely ridiculous. He's been a Brownlow medal in the 2017 season, a 2-time Best and Fairest winner. He was also a 3-time Norm Smith medal to go along with his 3 premierships, and that's why the 3 premierships and the 3 Norm Smiths is why I've chosen him over Nat Fyfe. And yeah, his absolute great career so far, and he still has so many years to come. He's only 29 years old, and he's getting to the later stage, but he's still not slowed down. I don't see him probably winning a Brownlow medal in his career anytime soon, but he can lead his team to a 3-peat. I can definitely see that happening next year, and we'll have to see what happens. He's such a great player. So that's the video, guys. Make sure to drop a like on this video if you did enjoy. This was one of the most stacked draft classes that I've ever done. Probably the 2001 one and possibly the 2018 one are the 2 that really stand out as absolute super drafts. So it'll be interesting to see, looking back on all these great players and all these great drafts, how good they are. I'll probably be doing the 2008 one next. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to drop a like and a subscribe, and make sure to hit that notification bell so you know when I upload.